morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm going to go through the charts. I'm going to go through my portfolios. I'm going to think what is good to buy now, what is overbought, what should be selling. My goal is to compound my money, compound my wealth over and over. Keep buying, keep investing, keep growing my wealth. I'm going to buy things that are cheap and sell them when they're too high priced. And I'm going to keep doing this in compounding. I'm not going to hold on to projects or hold on to investments that aren't going anywhere, that aren't going to make me money, or that are too high priced. I want to only hold on to things that have multiple exponentials. So every $1,000 I put, every $1 million I put can turn to 10 million or for 10,000, 10xing my money on each time. We're going to also jump into the charts for Bitcoin. I'm going to show you my thought process when it comes to investing. 22 years of trading, investing, 3.5 years of making these 3.5 years of making these videos before COVID. Of making these May 2020, so yeah, how many years is that? 3 years of making these videos every day, which is amazing, and showing you my gains. I got out of the crypto markets before that big drop. Now I'm going to slowly enter back into crypto markets, but I do think this sell-off is not finished. I think the market is in pain because of the Fed. The SEC going after American crypto companies and blocking off fiat on and off ramps into. But I did a poll on Twitter the other day and I asked, are you still able to go in and out of crypto? 95% of you said you are able to, which is interesting. We'll jump into the charts for Bitcoin. We're at Invest and technical analysis on Bitcoin. We're at Open Trades. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on that bell notification. Let's jump into the technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into the technicals. The market a little bit green today. We're having some bounce back on altcoins. Tesla TSM on Friday up, crypto got a big drop, Bitcoin having a big drop. So I'll do Bitcoin and then the total market cap. So Bitcoin here, following that yellow trend line that I drew back here, it started this yellow line on the 6th of June, and it's perfectly following this yellow trend line actually. It's right on that trend line. And I think we are going to have this, when you zoom out on Bitcoin, we were in that big channel that I talked about in the last video, bouncing between here, coming here, and then bouncing off. I think that's what's going to happen. So I've got these two short-term, I've got these two trade setups. This is the bigger one, risking $436 to make $13,000 with 10x leverage, $130,000, 100x leverage, 1.3 million. So risking $436 to make $13,000 without leverage. That's the trade I would take on Bitcoin. The bigger, safer trade opening at 24,242, stop loss 23,805. Take profit at 35k. Actually, take profit is up here at the trend 37k. That's one trade. And the smaller trade that I would take is this one off this support line. You can see Bitcoin has been bouncing off this support line, 2 touches here, 3 touches. And I think it could have another bounce here. Let's go closer. 4 hourly, we are oversold heading up, but it looks like it's turning down. Volume, oh no, actually it's turning up. Volume is coming, there's a little bit of volume, not major volume. Hourly oversold also, trending up Bitcoin. 15 minutes, Bitcoin is also turning up. Bitcoin is turning up right now. Interesting. And we have this little trend here. We have this little trend line on Bitcoin on the 15-minute time frame. So in the shorter term time frame, Bitcoin is moving in this we're getting this movement on Bitcoin. Well, it's very windy here. 1 second. We're getting this kind of ascending triangle playing on Bitcoin. Usually it plays out like this, ascending triangles, and then drops. So I'm still targeting that trade open at 25,300. If you want to do little trades, you can take the long from daily, weekly support. If you want to do tight little quick trades to that take profit, 6 risk to reward ratio off the support here. Well, it needs to be under the wick. If you want to do some quick little trades, this is one, risking $34 to make $342, almost 10x. With 10x leverage will be $3,420. With 100x leverage, 34,000. That's a quick trade on Bitcoin. But this bigger formation, as I teach you, is a rising triangle or a kind of rising wedge, which they break down to the downside usually. So the goal is just have that little bit of a long then can go short of here. Like this, from resistance. Resistance here, stop loss just underneath. And take profit at that long trade. Okay, there's a lot of trades to take here on Bitcoin actually. So there's multiple trade setups. You can see here on the short, there's a very small one here. You can see that. Very small one there. Bitcoin is breaking out as I'm writing this, 26K, drawing this. Then there's this short here to come back down. And then there's this bigger long here. And then the bigger, like the massive trade. You're looking at a few multiple trades. You have to rewind this video to check out these entries. And remember, the way you read these entries, gray line is where the trade opens, red line is where the stop loss automatically closes, and take profit is the top of the green line. So those are all the smaller, these little intricate trades, like multiple little trades inside. So that's in the shorter term time frame. You can learn all this in the crypto master course. So those are trades that I would take on Bitcoin, which is beautiful. Right now, what do I think is good to buy? I think Tesla pumped so much since I called it. Wow, we're up so much on Tesla. Amazing. I bought it from here, from the bottom, from 100 and from down here, 101. Now we're at 244, 144%. Then it bull flagged. We had this clear bull flag, which then broke out perfectly and exactly coming to the target. Look at that. It's like playing, it exactly hit my target, followed that white line perfectly if you followed my Tesla video. Now we're at resistance. This blue line is a strong resistance on Tesla. When on the 4-hour, very strong resistance. On the daily, very strong resistance. You can see here we had multiple touches on Tesla. Boom, touch there, multiple touches here, and then a touch here. So it's like a lot of resistance at this area. But it's pushing hard against this resistance very quickly. And it got rejected, but not, I wouldn't say it's a massive rejection. Stochastic is very overbought, weekly very overbought, monthly still heading up strongly, daily, 4-hourly, we're at a very big resistance on Tesla here. So a good thing is you can take profit and then see what happens. That's always the best strategy. But for me, Tesla I think is oversold. And when we zoom out and go into the bigger time frames, this big downtrend here, you can see it broke out. This big descending triangle plays out like this, breaks out. Usually the biggest resistance will be at 400. But those blue lines are the resistance lines. 252, which we hit. 300 is a strong resistance. 311 is a resistance. 207 was a resistance, and Tesla is just smashing through resistances right now. I think the biggest resistance for Tesla will be $300, which is beautiful. Google I also like. Let's check out Google. Google also at major resistance. So a lot of the tech stocks now are hitting these major resistance lines. You can see here back in 2021, 2022, the resistance was at 125. We perfectly hit that resistance. We even broke through it, 129, and get rejected. And they're all overbought on the weeklies, extremely overbought. On the monthlies, they've got more room to run. Daily oversold, but the weeklies are overbought. Google looks like a kind of doing this formation. So a bit of a pullback is possible to 109 and then break out again. Google has a strong resistance at that 133. It hit it already. Actually, here is the strong resistance. 131. Another one is up here at 143. Another very strong resistance. The PE ratio on Google is also PE ratio 27 times. So now they're quite overvalued, but not yet super overvalued. The golden ratio, as Warren Buffett says, is 20 times. But you can see the revenues of Google. Look at this, 280 billion, 59 billion net income, 257 billion. Like year on year, the revenues from 2016 we went from 89 billion in revenue, 19 billion in profits, to now 280 billion in revenue, 59 billion in profits. So amazing gains in those years. So that's Google. Now I'm going to do IOTA because Tesla MCRT is up today. IOTA is up. Big bounce back on IOTA from that bottom, from that wick down. Look at that. The wick down came almost, it came down to the wick of the March 2020 COVID wick. Came down like that way. 1339 it came. I closed it before this big drop. If you followed my videos, it was only negative like 2,000 my trade. But it doesn't look good, really. It's making new lows that it hasn't reached in years. I'm not seeing a good bounce back yet. And usually these wicks indicate where the true bottom is, when they have these crazy wicks. So longing IOTA, I will take a new long on IOTA, actually from down here on this wick. This will be the new long that I'll set up on IOTA. Targeting a big long. The SEC enforcement against Binance, against Coinbase, completely destroyed this trade setup. It was beautiful. We had this trade setup. We had this big descending trend line. It broke out here, broke out. SEC attacked Binance and Coinbase, and then just massive drop, unfortunately. It's moving up quickly, though. Big bounce back. Like, it went from 1335, bounced to 1580. That bounce back on that move from the bottom, that quick bounce back, was almost 17% pump. Amazing to go long there, actually. I closed my longs before the drop, but this is the new long setup that I would take. But again, when these wicks happen, I'm not seeing anything bullish news for crypto at the moment. But you can start adding in. If you want to trade under the video, you can go 1, 2, 3, sign up to Bybit, take the crypto mastercourse, jamescryptoguru.com to start trading, learning how to set up your charts. 2, to trade on Bybit, that's where I trade most of the time. 3, where you can join that free Telegram and trade with the other traders. Over on Bybit, I've got no long open. I've got my account 265,000, up 1,100. I've got 47,000 in Bitcoin, 37,000 in MCRT, 2,000 in Uniswap. It added some positions to this trade, and 1,000 and then 1,000 in FXS. I'm going to buy some more FXS, but I've got a lot of buy orders. You can see here for FXS, $4.20, $3.90, $4.60, $4.20. I'm going to be buying. There's a lot of Uniswap orders and a lot of FXS orders and more Bitcoin orders. I'm not seeing big bounce backs on the crypto market, which is interesting. We're not getting big bounce backs. BNB, no bounce back. Uniswap, a little bit of a bounce back, even going red. There's no real bounce back on the market. Total market cap of all cryptocurrencies. Look at that. It held on that trend line. It's underneath the trend line. If we get rejected here, then we're coming down to 465 billion, which is very likely. Usually on a bounce back, you have a bounce back and then a rejection and then a fall again. It's not looking too good for the crypto markets at the moment, with the American government just attacking. 965 billion is where the crypto markets are going to go. So those are my thoughts on the market. Those are my trades. Bitcoin, I've got buy orders. Uniswap, I've got buy orders. FXS, I've got buy orders. IOTA, I think, can pull down more. Not looking too sweet for the crypto markets. I'm more in the tech stocks at the moment. But I've got those buy orders going down for Uniswap, FXS, Bitcoin, IOTA. I'll set some buy orders. IOTA, it can pull down more, unfortunately. I've still got a position a little bit on Binance. I have some spot position of IOTA, but I closed that long before the drop. But again, the SEC action, the American government coming after crypto, the blocking of fiat on and off ramps is still, in my opinion, dangerous for the crypto markets. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.